The Nature Conservancy is a global environmental conservation organization, and we work to save the lands and waters that we all depend on around the world. My focus is on protecting forests, because the clearing of tropical forests is one of the greatest causes of climate change, and as we know, if we don't address the climate change issue, it will threaten the future of life on this planet. What's happening is that with growing populations, growing demand for beef, for oil palm, for timber, the expansion of these industries is increasingly going into our tropical forests in places like Brazil and Indonesia, and causing massive deforestation. We're losing about 32 million acres every year to deforestation, which is an area about the size of New York State. So this is really a tremendous problem. It causes climate change, but it also causes great damage to species habitat, biodiversity, as well as local communities that depend on these forests for their livelihoods. The Nature Conservancy has been working in this area for over a decade, and we're really on the forefront of this question of protecting forests and connecting that to the measurement of the climate impacts, and as well as biodiversity and community impacts. We started with a program in Bolivia about 10 years ago, which is one of the shining examples of how you actually can reduce deforestation, help communities, and measure the impacts on climate. We're now building from that example to much larger scale programs in Indonesia and Brazil that can show at the size of really millions of acres, the size of small countries, how you can actually work with governments and local communities and partners to be smarter about the way these industries and these commodity sectors grow, so that we can continue to support economic growth and jobs, but do it in a way that has less impact on the forest. The other thing we're doing is connecting all of this work to policy, because if we want to tackle this issue on a global level, then we need to have the right policies and incentives both in the US and in the international arena. So we spend a lot of time walking the halls of Congress, working in the UN context and Copenhagen and other forums to make the case for why forests need to be an important part of the climate solution.